The grand reveal of all the F1 cars for testing has stirred up a storm, especially with Mercedes sporting a fresh front wing design. The chatter has quickly escalated to whether this innovation is on the up and up, sparking debates about its legality. Toto Wolff stepped into the ring, assuring everyone that the FIA has given the green light, deeming the design completely legal. Now let's zoom in for a closer inspection to unravel the intricacies of this new front wing, separate fact from fiction, and explore what it means for the upcoming season. While the attention has been on the legality wire of the W15's front wing, it's the adjustable wishbone and front suspension that's gaining recognition as one of the most useful features on the new Mercedes. After facing challenges for 2 years, Mercedes has introduced a significantly revamped car for this year's championship, aiming to narrow the gap to Red Bull. The headlines initially focused on the innovative front wing, where Mercedes utilized a carbon fiber wire to connect the nose between the second and fourth flaps, ensuring the design complies with regulations. However, beyond the legality wire, it's the adaptable wishbone in the front suspension that stands out as a noteworthy and practical component on the new Mercedes. This piece of technology is seen as crucial in the team's efforts to enhance performance and competitiveness in the upcoming F1 season. The story unfolds with Mercedes pushing the boundaries of innovation, seeking every advantage to regain their competitive edge on the track. Mercedes has introduced an innovative front suspension system on the W15, adding another layer of intrigue to their new car. Beyond the eye-catching front wing, the team has developed an adaptable front suspension that features an extra upper rear wishbone leg. This design provides Mercedes with the flexibility to optimize the car's setup for each specific track, tailoring it to the unique demands of different circuits. However, the ingenuity doesn't stop there. According to pit lane reporter Ted Kravitz, the real advantage lies in the ability to swiftly adjust the setup. This involves making quick changes by moving the inboard end of the suspension leg, allowing the team to fine-tune the car's performance on the fly. The story of Mercedes W15 unfolds with not just one but multiple innovative elements aimed at giving the team a competitive edge in the dynamic world of Formula One. The adaptable front suspension adds a strategic dimension to their approach, offering both optimization for individual tracks and the agility to make rapid adjustments when needed. Ted Kravitz, in a Sky Sports Q&A, shared his thoughts on Mercedes' new front suspension, calling it a great addition. He highlighted the ability for a relatively swift change from a standard anti-dive setup to a significant one, providing the team with valuable flexibility. While acknowledging its usefulness, Kravitz expressed doubt about the likelihood of changing it mid-race weekend. He suggested that the team would likely plan ahead, adjusting the suspension based on the characteristics of the upcoming circuit. For instance, they might opt for more anti-dive in places where front tire wear is a challenge, such as Hungary or Abu Dhabi. Kravitz emphasized the strategic aspect, noting that the team could bring the car with the desired suspension geometry already in place. The story unfolds with the Mercedes team utilizing this innovative feature to tailor their car setup to specific circuits, showcasing a balance between pre-planning and on-the-fly adaptability. During pre-season testing, Mercedes experimented with various setups for the upper rear wishbone on the W15. They initially ran it in a higher mounting for the first 2 days, before opting for a different configuration on day 3. James Allison, the technical boss, expressed confidence in the W15, stating that the team has largely addressed their drivability issues compared to the previous model. He acknowledged that some bouncing remains, a challenge faced by all cars in the pit lane until a new generation of cars is introduced. While bouncing is still a consideration, Allison mentioned that the troublesome snappy rear end, a previous issue, is no longer a significant concern for Mercedes. He attributed the improvements to mechanical changes in the car, emphasizing the delicate balance between aerodynamic behavior and suspension in achieving optimal performance through corners. To sum it all up, Mercedes is fine-tuning their car's dynamics, making strides in overcoming past challenges and achieving a better balance between mechanical and aerodynamic elements for improved drivability on the track. Mercedes reportedly experimented with different setups for the upper rear wishbone during testing, primarily for correlation purposes. The idea was to understand how extreme changes in anti-dive might impact performance, with drivers providing feedback on the predicted outcomes. This signifies an improvement in the team's ability to align their predictions with on-track results. The aim was not necessarily to make mid-race adjustments, but rather to enhance correlation between simulations and real-world performance. In the past, Mercedes faced challenges where what they expected from simulations didn't align with on-track results. The recent testing indicates progress in overcoming this limitation, offering potential benefits for future upgrades. While adjusting during a race weekend remains uncertain, the gained insights could influence their approach to building and fine-tuning components in the future. The story unfolds with Mercedes strategically using testing to enhance their understanding and bridge the gap between simulation predictions and actual track performance, marking a positive step in their development process. Mercedes engineering has faced criticism, even from figures like Toto and Lewis, but let's consider what fuels Formula One: innovation. From zero pods to carbon fiber wire connections and adjustable wishbones, it's all about thinking outside the box. While the zero pod concept didn't quite work out, the car wasn't slow, it was just tricky to set up and had a temperamental nature. Some believe they might have been too hasty in moving away from it, especially now that Red Bull has shown potential solutions within that idea. It's crucial to give credit to Mercedes engineering for pushing the boundaries of innovation in F1. However, there's a balance to strike, as too many adjustments can complicate the setup process. Drawing a parallel from the world of motorcycle setup and racing, making multiple adjustments simultaneously can obscure whether a change is effective or not. It's a delicate dance between innovation and practicality, with each adjustment requiring careful consideration in the pursuit of optimal performance. When analyzing lap times, it's essential to consider the ever-changing track conditions. Factors like ambient temperature, humidity, wind speed and direction, dust on the track, and the type of rubber laid down all play a role. Additionally, a driver or rider can't maintain 100% consistency on the absolute limit throughout the entire day. The variability in tire surface conditions from session to session adds another layer of complexity. This situation brings to mind an innovation rather than a simple upgrade. If this innovation proves successful, other teams may adopt a similar approach for the 2025 season. The story unfolds with the acknowledgement of the intricate dance between track conditions and performance, highlighting the potential for groundbreaking ideas to shape the future of the sport. Toto Wolff, the team principal of Mercedes, has clarified the legality of the W15's front wing, emphasizing that it was designed under the supervision of the FIA. The front wing, while not entirely new, cleverly interprets the Y250 vortex concept from previous car generations, aiming to manage turbulence caused by the rolling front tires. Wolff confirmed the expectations outlined by Formula 1A.Uno during a press conference, highlighting the team's adherence to FIA oversight in the design process. Teams commonly engage in dialogue with the federation, especially when exploring solutions perceived as on the edge of regulatory boundaries. This practice is crucial for the technical department to swiftly determine whether to proceed with development or make adjustments. Wolff emphasized the importance of an ongoing dialogue with the federation rather than implementing innovations and waiting for potential protests, underscoring the collaborative nature of the design process. The FIA has given its verdict on the Mercedes W15's front wing, deeming it legally compliant, but expressing concerns about its alignment with the spirit of the regulations. Pat Simmons, the chief technical officer of the motorsport governing body, clarified that the wing adheres to the rules without a doubt. However, the situation is not entirely settled, as Formula 1A.Uno predicted earlier. There's a possibility that Mercedes' interpretation may clash with the intended spirit of the regulations. With the 2022 regulations focusing on reducing turbulence for enhanced racing, the aggressive design of the Mercedes front wing could pose challenges. The concern is that it might hinder the objective of facilitating slipstreaming and create additional turbulence towards the rear. Pat Simmons hinted at uncertainty regarding whether the FIA would endorse such a solution, leaving room for potential legislation to deem it illegal. The chief technical officer emphasized the need to understand the impact before deciding on the acceptability of the innovative front wing solution brought to the track by Mercedes. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.